Welcome back to the channel. We're going to cover this one right here. So open up your mind for people who don't overstand. Now you can overstand and understand why the Constitution is based on and written on these 7 principles, right? Let's read. The reason why the Constitution for the United States of America Republic has 7 articles. Remember, this was a Republican form of government before the democracy came in place. Has 7 articles. The first 7 articles in the Constitution are the articles that are in the principles of everything that's written in 7, right? We're gonna go over each one. This is the main foundation of the Constitution and what governs the Constitution. Alright? It's not just a piece of paper. It's the Constitution. Alright? This Constitution is very important. Alright? Every other article, right? I want to say every other amendment in the Constitution, underneath those articles, the rest of the articles were forced in position and never ratified. Alright? It's a lot that go along with understanding this. Most people don't know this, right? And then the ones who do know this, they want to lie to you and try to tell you something different. So this is why we focus on the 7 articles only in the Constitution as mores, and we disregard the rest because it don't pertain to us, right? I'm gonna break down and talk about the triglycerides. I'm gonna talk about different races of blood lineages of people, so people can understand that this is not a game. You know, you can come to the channel, check out whatever you want to come and check out. You know, your comments, pass your comments, whatever you want to say. You know, everybody got a comment. You know, pass your comments. You know, you want to tell me I'm wrong, that's your comment. But I tell you, overstand and do study and study more. Because ultimately, you know, most people can't fuck with me when it comes down to this history and knowing what's going on. So, the reason why the Constitution for the United States of America Republic has 7 articles, right, which govern the Trinity of the executive power and the legislative power and the judicial power, right, is because it was adopted from the principle of 7, right? Not to say that it's 7 planets. We know that the universe is vast, right? But as of the governing of the Constitution, and let's go through it. we got the sun, right? Which is Sunday. Sunday is count. Sunday is a day, right? Week is 1 degree, right? 1 day is 1 degree, right? Sunday is the sun, right? Monday is the moon. Tuesday is Mars. Wednesday is governed by Mercury. Thursday is governed by Jupiter. Friday is governed by Venus. And Saturday is governed by Saturn. When I'm speaking of the Constitution and the principle of 7, I'm speaking of the sun, the moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, right? Venus, Saturn. That's 7 planets, right? So when I speak about the principle of 7, I'm telling you that the principle of 7 and the Constitution are all based on an entirement, for us. They're tied together in the wheel in the sky, right? Astrology, when we talk about astrology, it governs everything below, as above, so below, right? So when I speak about these planets, and I speak about the 7 planets, and I speak about the 7 articles that run concurrent with the government of the principles of 7, this is what I'm talking about. So for you people that don't know, study, do your research, or read, do something that pertains to you overstanding something, right? So this is more clarity. It's clarity to open up your mind. Let's read it again before we get through this document. The reason why the Constitution for the United States of North America Republic, which governs the Trinity of the executive powers and legislative powers and the judicial powers, right, is because it was adopted from the principle of 7. There you got it. So the Constitution was adopted from the principle of 7. All the articles, 7 articles, are the only articles that's current, that ever been ratified. Everything else been forced and put into position to overthrow the indigenous people, right? To steal their birthrights, right? To steal their inheritance, right? To turn them into something that they're not, right? Instead of recognizing and respecting their bloodline, right? So we know every bloodline on the planet. Europeans, the Dutch, the Scottish, Danish. We know every bloodline on the planet and where you fit in at. Who you are, where you come from, what your blood attached to, right? We know. So these are the people that come in and try to keep continuing to shield the democracy and work for the democracy. Right? They don't want this information out. They don't want you to overstand anything. They don't want you to understand, they want you to understand, but they don't want you to overstand nothing. They don't want you to be great. They don't want you to know your history. They don't want you to gain your inheritance. They don't want you to overthrow these false governments. Okay? They are in power, and the Europeans are in power, and they like it that way. The killing, the murder, the hatred, the lying, the stealing, the adultery, all the stuff that they'd done before they got their freedom throughout the Declaration of Independence, because they was actually ruled underneath the British, right? The same thing that they took from the British and put over here on America, and the same ones that was crying about what was going on in the Declaration of Independence are doing the same thing here to the people, are trying to do the same thing, or have done the same thing to the people here in Amexem, which is America, right? Being a prefix and a suffix, 2 words, right? 1 word, made 1 word out of 2 words, right? So let's read once again. Sunday, is the sun. Right? It's a star. Right? Monday, the moon. Right? Tuesday, you count with me. Mars. Right? Not worried about the rest of the planets. I'm worried about what they have governed the Constitution underneath, which was, like I told you, the 7 principles. Principles of 7. Period. Right? Wednesday, Mercury. Jupiter. Right? It's Thursday. Friday, Venus. And Saturday, Saturn. Count how many planets that is. How many days that is. That's 7 days, 7 planets, right? With the star being the sun. Right? Not the S-O-N in your Bible, the S-U-N in the sky that gives life to all things on earth. Alright? These are the colors. Right? Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. That's 7 of them. The chakras. Right? You have the crown chakra, the brow chakra, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the sacral chakra, and the base chakra. Right? Same thing with the musical note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 7. Same thing with the C's. These are the C's. Right? Black Sea, Caspian Sea, Persian Gulf, Red Sea, Mediterranean Sea. You see what I'm saying? These are the C's. These are 7 of them. Right? Go and look them up. Right? You know, gotta educate you. I'll educate you. No problem. Africa. Right? Look, continents. The 7 continents. Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, South America. These are the continents. Right? 7 of them. Right? Faith, hope, charity, strength, prudence, temperance, justice. 7 of them. See? Look. 7 sins, look. 7 of them. You know, you got your pride, you got everything. You got everything here. You got 7 of them. Count them. Read them. Look them up in the dictionary. An unabridged dictionary. Right? Look them up in the dictionary. We don't do connotation. Alright? We don't deal with connotation. We denote. Denotation. Talk about what's real. Look, grammar. Look, 7 of them. Look, logics, arithmetic. Look, rhetoric. Look, arithmetic, rhetoric, geometry, astronomy, music. Look. Look. Even after the 7 stages of development in the womb and then birth. Right? The first 7 years is the age of reasoning. 7 years. The second 7 years is the age of puberty. Let's add 7 more to that, that's 14. Right? The third 7 years is the age of maturity. It's 21. Add another 7. Everything falls in 7, man. It's principles of 7, man. You know? That's why the Constitution is supposed to be based on the Republic and the 7, the 7. With the Republic, they only had the 7 articles. It wasn't none of this other stuff. 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment and all that. All of that stuff is not for the salvation of our people. That stuff is dead. You know, we talking about 7 principles, which created by the grand architect of the universe. Are you the grand architect of the universe, people? Any one of y'all people are Grand Arca, this is, I'm not talking out the side of my mouth, you know what I'm saying? I'm, out the side of my ass, you know what I mean? I'm telling you what it is. And if you don't know, you don't know. Somebody need to tell you the truth. And then therefore you will overstand. So any comments that's made on the channel are welcome. Anybody that know this stuff, they wouldn't actually challenge me. Because you'll be singled out and you'll be labeled as a fool. Go look and read and do your research. Right? The principle of sevens were created by the grand architect of the universe, right? When she divided her 28-day cycle into 4 parts of 7 each. 28-day cycle of the moon is within her. So the moon is within the woman. Stop looking to go to these other planets, and those planets govern our bodies, our vessels, but stop trying to be stargazers. Mother is right here on Earth. Mother and son in the Earth. Mother is the moon. Alright? It's the way life come into the world. Men don't have babies, don't bring life into the world. This is a matriarch thing. But this government then switched this to a patriarchal government, right? Ruled by statutes, codes, and men, not the earth or the female, right? They don't want her to rule anymore, right? Go back in history and see who ruled the world. The damn show wasn't no Europeans. You could talk about y'all coming into power and coming in, but it wasn't no Europeans. It wasn't even no Europe. When the Moors was on the scene doing their thing, which we are still the same bloodline of those people. We are the same bloodline as them. We the same bloodline as we also a mixture of bloodline and connected to the Latinos as well. That's your blood brothers. You got to understand the bloodlines of these families. Most people don't want to do the research on different bloodlines. They just want to talk shit, come out their mouth, just start talking about this and that, you know what I mean? But they don't do their research, all right? They don't know anything. They don't. I never seen people, who don't put work out past their opinions and don't have nothing to give to the world. You know what I mean? Anything real. We know the history. We know what you people are. We know what you've done in history. We know how you overthrew our people. We know about the real reality of what slavery was and what went down. All that shit y'all can't hide no more. Y'all can't hide that no more. Like, we back with a vengeance. I can care less about anybody who built on lies. Like, we all about truth. So if you're talking lies, you can get the fuck on away from around here with the lies. We don't deal with that. We talk about truth, facts, black and white, paperwork, history, genealogy, heterodynamics. We talk about shit that matter. We don't worry about watching your soap operas and dealing with fake shit. We talk about what's real. So for you people that don't know, go and do the research. And then you will see. And for you people that want to cover up all of what we try to bring to the light, fuck you too. We don't worry about you either. But we do speak on truth. You understand me? So don't worry about what people believe. That's belief. But we talking about what's set in stone. You tell me, alright? Is there not 7 seas? Is that not the musical note? 7? Is that not the continents and main continents in 7 that govern? Now all of this is governed around the Constitution. It's not your 7 sins, right? It's your grammar. It's not your 7 artistic lessons of the mind, of grammar, logic, rhetoric, and everything else that comes along with, you know, your enlightenment. Is that not? Right? The chakras, 7 chakras, 7 colors, 7 days of the week, and the 7 planets that represent the 7 days of the week. So when we're speaking on the principle of 7 or 7 articles, or anything dealing with the 7, is dealing with this, that we understand. And all of this comes from the grand architect. This has nothing to do with a man. A man. Right? A man, you know, my spirit is a part of the grand architect. And that's what I use my spirit for. Some people, they don't have that spirit we have. Their legacy has been created for them and written, you know, in history. White folks, quote unquote, poor white trash, quote unquote, all of that has been reconstructed. Most of the people don't know what's really going on because they're not taking the right information. And then they sit around people who give them bullshit, right? And they want to give them a fabricated history to make them believe that they had a part in history. Columbus didn't have a part in history. He didn't discover shit. He discovered for his own perspective in his own mind, but he didn't discover shit. All the European family bloodline have taken everything that has belonged to, in some form or fashion, or claim everything that belonged to some other bloodline besides themselves. Go read the Declaration of Independence. Go read the Bull in Cartera. You know? Go read it. It's on the channel. Go check it out. You got enough on this channel to check out. And you can do your research. And I'm not going to stop putting out the information. So y'all just know I'm going to keep on going. I got so much information. You ain't see nothing yet. I'm going to expose so much on you motherfuckers to whereas, you know, you will be surprised. You will be surprised. You know, so, you know, I'm doing my work. I'm doing the work that I need to do to uplift my people and put my people on point. You do something. You put somebody on point to uplift them on something. Right? Everything that I'm speaking about is to educate my people. Right? The quote-unquote indigenous people. Right? The quote-unquote the true people. The quote-unquote the people who are the Creator's chosen children. To jack the covers off you motherfuckers and tell you the truth. I'm gonna stop holding back, you know, because I want to respect people to the highest form. But some of these people don't deserve respect at all, because all they do is tell lies, and they try to cover up the truth. This is the truth. You go talk about the chakras. Go ask somebody about chakras. Go ask somebody about the 7 continents. Go talk to somebody. All right? Go ask them about the principle of 7. Go ask them. And to ask them what it means. Go find somebody smart, if you don't want to take my word for it, right? So when I say the 7 planets, I'm talking about the government of the grand architect and how everything breaks down into 7 based on the 7 days of the week, ruled by the 7 planets. That's the reason why we focus on 7 articles, because it ties with the 7 principles. 7 articles, 7 principles, 7 planets, 7 chakras, 7 colors, 7 alphabets, 7 C's, right? 7 sins, grammar, 7, right? Goes back to, like I told you, age of reasoning, 7, age of puberty. When you hit puberty, how old you are when you hit puberty? You're 14, right? You're going age of reason, 7, right? Age of maturity, 21, right? 7, baby. So when we speak on any articles or the Constitution, focusing on 7 principles, this is what we're talking about. So when I say 7 planets, this is what I mean. The 7 planets that govern the 7 days of the week, everything orchestrated in 7. This is for your clarity. Overstanding. I'm Maurice Bay, and I'm out. Check out the document, and I'll be dropping more information as soon as possible. I'm out.